Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Poison Akami here. Me, myself, and I back at it again with a quick video, just basically alerting you guys of what to and to not believe when it's coming to Storm connections. So I'm not sure if a lot of you are on Twitter are noticing or paying attention to it, but there are a few pages going around now, basically talking about false leaks and false hopes when it comes to Storm connections. I'm going to talk about one page in particular because it's the page that Twitter keeps showing me over and over again, and I'm finally taking the stance to actually say something about it. So I'm not gonna lie, I've been knowing about this account for a long time. Ninja Storm Co is the name of the account, and they've been basically tweeting about what they say is going to happen. Now they're posing themselves as leakers, and surprisingly enough, they've only started doing this ever since the trailers come out and Senju has decided to stop leaking himself. Coincidence? I think not. He's been tweeting for a while, and I decided not to say anything up until the moment recently he's been talking about doing God's work. Alright, I've had enough. It's time I say something. It's time I actually start making people realize the truth in things. And I got a lot of evidence. When it comes to Ninja Storm connections, please be very careful and cautious on who you believe. Now, the likes of Traitor and Nechikage has already made videos talking about this topic in particular that I'm talking to you about, but it seems that this guy is still relentlessly lying through his teeth and is leaving up to pure chance and probability to everything he is saying. But he is still posing himself as doing God's work for the community. So here is an example. One thing I majorly have an issue with was that on the 19th of March, he has posted this post right here. Now, notice how he says temporary results of source data extraction for Naruto x Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm connections. And he said other characters could be added. And then he provided a list of characters of basically what everybody wants to see. Literally goes from the obvious of Indra and Ashura. Then he went as far as to list Menma, Kashin Koji and his people, like the Boruto characters like Inojin and them, even went as far as to post the 7 Ninja Swordsmen. But he covers himself by saying the words temporary results and source data. He's basically saying, oh, these characters are seen in the files, but hey, if they're not playable, I'm not the bad guy here. Right, okay, but you're posing it as if they're playable. He then actually posts another one on top of this saying, I don't want to break the hype, friends, but be careful, this does not mean that they will be playable. So yeah, as you can see, he's saying it himself. So he's actually even had to add this on himself. But he knows for a fact that people are going to take this as them being playable. But then since then, he's posted many posts since saying the likes of Inojin and Shikadai being playable without any disclaimer. So which is it? But he's saying we can hope to have 15 to 20 games. So he's out here saying he's doing God's work. He's calls himself a leaker, and he's saying probably, temporary, and could. Those words aren't leaks. Those aren't things that you say when you are giving away information. Those are false promises. In another situation here, so very recently he announced that there is going to be a trailer releasing on the 4th of April. At the time of me recording this video and hopefully having it uploaded, it is now the 6th of April, and as we all know, there has not been a second trailer to Naruto x Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm connections. This account says, the second trailer should be maintained for the month of April, a date emerges from the meeting. It indicates April 4th, Naruto Baryon mode will appear into it. And then, as you can see, they put underlines under their info to be confirmed. So he's saying the words like should and info to be confirmed. The only reason they are doing this is to cover themselves. So what they're doing is pretending to be this top leaker that's on like the same level as what Senju in Japan was. It's talking about, oh, this is happening, this is going to happen. But then half the time, they're literally tweeting saying, oh, could and should and maybe to be confirmed. It's like, bro, how are you doing God's work if any of this is being confirmed? You're not a leaker. You're literally, all you're doing is listening to what the community wants and just saying, oh, this is in the game files, but hey, it might not be playable. It's like anyone could say that. I could literally go onto it right now and say that all of your favorite characters are in the game files, but they may not be playable. Does that make me a leaker? Does that mean I know insider information? I'll make a Twitter account and do that right now. Anyways, guys, I'm not telling you guys to unfollow this account. I'm not telling you guys to give this account any hate. All I'm saying is just be careful on what you're listening to. This guy's got 3k followers, and now his ego has blown up so much he thinks he's doing God's work. He really isn't. Everything he has announced so far hasn't even come to truth. If you don't believe me, literally go onto Twitter, go to his page, and scroll all the way to the bottom to the very beginning of this account's lifespan, and literally just take a moment to read everything he has posted. Nothing he said has come true at all. Anyways, that's all I want to say. Just be careful on who you're talking to and who you're getting information from. Obviously, we haven't got many places to actually get early information from, so right now we're in a position where we can only basically just rely on CC2 and Bandai Namco themselves. So we just have to patiently wait for the trailer. I know that this wait is making us all very impatient and is getting very long. So my message to you is just to stay being patient and take everything you see with a pinch of salt and try not to be so quick to believe it. Because if some of that stuff that isn't becoming true, then all they're going to do is just cover themselves, call you guys an idiot for believing them, and then everyone's just going to get mad again. And I'm not trying to put up with that. That's long. Anyways, as always, it's been your boy Poison Akami, Janet.